Pace car is off, ready to go green here from Darlington for the first race of 10 playoff races. We've made it through the first 26 and we are underway for the playoffs for 166 laps in this first race. Stages being 40, 40 in stage 1 and 2 and 86 in that third and final stage. William Byron, who we haven't seen up front in quite some time, kicks off the playoffs from pole position. There are 300 cars up inside the top 5. Jay, one thing we know, we've come to Darlington now a few times in this NR2003 follow-along series, and we've seen the same thing every time. Track position is the utmost importance at Darlington, and we know the pit lane is going to be the most important part of this race here tonight.
And already you see 300 drivers right there, 1, 2, 3 in this race. You got Alex Bowman in third, trying to fight side by side with his teammate of Chase Elliott. But you mentioned, Gary, it is going to be extremely important on the pit lane here tonight because, yeah, like you said, that we've seen the leader be able to pretty much train the entire time, every time you come here to Darlington. But right now, actually, it is the 24 and the 9 of Elliott kind of running away a little bit. I don't know if we've seen this even very early in the races before, so we'll have to wait and see.
Looks like Denny Hamlin might get to the outside of that number 48. Yes, he does. And there we go, right there, Jay. That's how you do it. That's what we're going to see all night long, is those cars are trying to get to the right rear quarter panel. So, Jay, here we go. We got a side-by-side battle for the lead. Now, Chase Elliott trying to make a move on the inside, but we know it's difficult to pass, but it looks like he might actually do it on the inside.
Wasn't very difficult for Chase Elliott there at all. He got to the inside of Byron, was able to get the pass almost done in 3 and 4, but Byron uses the outside to his advantage, gets that run down the first straightaway, and they're still side-by-side heading into turn number 1, but it's going to be that 9 car, I think, this time, being able to just get clear of Byron, pull up to the outside. No, actually, Byron is still going to have the run off turn 2, so they're going to be side-by-side again, but Elliott, that time, actually is able to keep the momentum on his side a little bit better. Looks like he's going to be okay. He leaves before Logano. Chase Elliott will retain the lead of this race. That's actually a pretty good pit stop. Normally you see that 9 team kind of struggle, Gary.
And look at that. Larson's able to overtake Bowman, and then Logano's able to get in front of Byron. Now, tire wear is so important when it comes to these tracks, and it looks like Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell, actually, they might have already pitted. I believe they have. Based off the order that I am seeing, it looks like there is potential. Yes, I think both Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell have already made their pit stops here that we didn't even notice. So, Jay, we're seeing right there, Denny Hamlin may be the other one that's done it. So it looks like Joe Gibbs Racing might have caught everybody off guard here. They've all potentially come in before everybody else, and it's put them 1, 2, 3 with Chase Elliott, as well as Logano and Chastain, who's made some gains as well chasing. So it looks like pitting earlier, which we never even recognized, is certainly the way to go here, because Joe Gibbs Racing just put themselves 1, 2, 3, stealing this stage, and look at the gap they have. There's no way this can be gained in 5 laps. Now Kyle Busch navigating through lap traffic. This could be Chase Elliott's opportunity to maybe steal a point right there from the 20 of Christopher Bell here down the back straightaway for the final time. We'll have to wait and see as they head down into turn 3, and Timmy Hill's going to stay planted right there in the way. Denny Hamlin exits turn 4. It's going to be a stage win for the first stage of the playoffs in the books, and it's going to be Bell holding off Elliott there for third. It's Kyle Busch gets second, Chase Elliott fourth, Logano, and a huge winner right there with Ross Chastain, who was well outside the top 10. Ends up in 6th place. Your last stage point is going to go actually to the number 48. Oh, wow, the 20. Oh, my goodness. Did he take 2 tires? I think, Jay, that 20 car took 2 tires, which is a very questionable call. Yes, he had a great stop. And Almirola, we definitely have some strategy calls. And Cody Ware.
Yeah.
Cody Ware is going to be in the top 10 on this restart. I'm sure this is not going to cause any issues whatsoever. This is for sure going to make for a very spicy stage, but Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch have huge opportunities here. If they can get in front of Christopher Bell on those 2 tires, they could probably drive away and really just take control and manage the rest of this stage.
And Denny Hamlin at a track he loves so much. He loves to race here. He loves to win here, and he's going to easily take the lead away from his teammate Christopher Bell, who's on 2 tires. I mean, he just rockets right around him, and that's probably one of the easiest passes we'll see all night here in Darlington for Denny Hamlin, and that would be crucial for him, Gary, to sweep the stages here and then even have a chance at sweeping this race, getting himself locked in as well as those crucial 7 total points from this race as Kyle Busch now goes to the inside of his teammate as well.
You see Larson continuing to try and work his way around that number 8, but I mean, Jay, this is proving how important track position is. You're seeing Larson struggle to make ground when earlier in the top 10 he was closing in and making a lot of ground, got up into the top 5, but right now here in stage 2, no progress whatsoever out of this number 5 who's stuck right behind Tyler Reddick.
Larson is really struggling on this long run, and there goes Custer actually in the outside wall as well. You're all right. The longer this run goes, they're going to start hitting that wall more, and Custer actually just kind of knocked out that that the flare on the, or not the flare, but I can't think of the word, on the hood. Either way, there's a hole in the hood now, which we can, that's how we have indication with this NR2003 car.
When do the pit stops kick off? There it is right there, actually, as we asked the question ourselves, Denny Hamlin. I mean, Jay, that's a great call right there from the 11 team. We know the advantages of pitting early, and he's going to do it right from the lead. Now it's going to be, unless the caution comes out right here, it's going to be difficult to beat that number 11 in stage 2.
But I mean, look at the gap now all of a sudden that Denny Hamlin's put away on Kyle Busch, Gary. He's way ahead of the 18 car now by multiple seconds. There goes the 9 car of Chase Elliott. Byron as well, everybody now leaving the pit lane, and they're going to be way behind that 11 car.
Look at the gap there. I mean, it's insane. Denny Hamlin, he's on cruise control to the end of this stage. And we know Kyle Larson's going a lap down, actually, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Because I believe he has gone 1 lap down there to Denny Hamlin. And so has Austin Dillon. And we'll look at the timing next time around. But I'm pretty confident that he has just gone 1 lap down. Which, Jay, that is huge for the number 5 team, who's going to be having no way. They're not in the lucky dog because they can't get one. So they're going to be in just, I mean, desperation mode from this point on. They're going to try and get any more points because they cannot make that lap up right here. And yes, they are. I can confirm 1 lap down is that number 5 in 32nd place. Truex as well.
I was going to say, I think Truex might have also been a lap down because he pitted way too late. I saw him coming to the pit lane way late.
Out of turn 4, Denny Hamlin taking it easy here. He's going to come through to sweep the first 2 stages from Darlington Raceway in this first race of the playoffs. We have to go all the way back there to see Kyle Busch crossing the line for 2nd. Joey Logano will be 3rd, as well as we look for, there's a big one there, Jay. Kurt Busch, he's going to get P5. A great result again for that number 45. Ready to go green for this 3rd and final stage. Denny Hamlin's going to lead us back to this green flag here. He won stage 1 as well as stage 2. It's a full sweep so far, and can he keep it going there? He is the first car on 4 tires and several drivers behind him. They're mixed between 2 and 4 tires. But Jay, I mean, right off the bat, Suarez the first one on the 2 tires, and then Tyler Reddick as well. This is a massive opportunity for this 11 to open up that gap to the first car on 4 tires behind him, which is Kyle Busch's teammate there. So Hamlin could really open up a sizable gap right here and kind of go in cruise control and just hope, of course, for no chaos throughout the rest of this race.
But there goes McDowell actually trying to make a move to the inside of Kurt Busch. Gary, he might put his way past Kurt Busch, who was a playoff driver, but not able to do it there. Kurt Busch retains the position on the outside lane. But, I mean, obviously, this 34 car, I thought it might have just been a fluke using the strategy to his advantage. But he's challenging Kurt Busch as a playoff driver right now, and he might even be able to get past him at some point for 4th place. And it looks like Kyle Busch might be staying out. I saw him still up on the high lane. He is, but here comes Logano with Hamlin, so this is I think this is a big mistake for anybody staying out here as long as they are right now. Actually, I just saw McDowell go by on the outside. I can't tell where Hamlin is, but he's certainly going to be much closer than he was before. Not going to be in the lead, but he's going to be in 2nd. Well, actually might be in the lead because, no, he's not going to have enough. But Gary.
Oh, yes, he will.
Wait, no, he will be in the lead. Michael McDowell went to the lead of the race.
What in the world is happening here? He's going to try and go to the inside of that FedEx Toyota Camry. So now Hamlin is limited to what he can do. He can't do what he wants on that 34. And now Hamlin's going to be getting used as a pick here, I think, because he's going to be stuck behind the 77. As I say that, all of a sudden, things open up there, and that might be the opportunity Hamlin needs. He's going to go around the outside, and oh my goodness, Michael McDowell. I mean, we're talking about the experience right there, Jay.
Kind of holding that group up, I think. But there goes Hamlin. Now he goes to the pit lane, brings Logano with him. Kyle Busch stays out an extra lap once again. And this time, I mean, once again, Gary, Hamlin is always the first to pit of our leaders. And every time he's done it so far, it's worked out well for him. And he does it again here for the last pit stop of the day.
Eric Almirola, Eric Jones, Michael McDowell, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., a bunch of drivers that are not in the playoffs, but are inside the top 10 of this race. Eric Jones, a past winner of Darlington, and always seems to show up at a track like this, having a fantastic run late in this race in that number 43 machine being chased down. Look at this, all of them together. Oh, there's Greg Biffle into the outside wall right there as Ross Chastain goes by. This is the battle for 10th right here, actually. Harvick's going to try and be alongside on that inside, and actually he might complete it, but Elliott's going to have the momentum right there. It's going to kind of sway back in his direction. He's going to clear that number 4 off the exit of the corner.
For Briscoe and Haley specifically, those two did not have very much gap coming into this race, and they are going to be in a big hole at the end of the first race of the playoffs.
For the first time this season, I think we have not seen a single accident on track. The white flag is in the air for Denny Hamlin. Even without the on-track accidents, we have still seen some playoff drivers run into a lot of misfortune, to say the least, with some rough nights here. But it's Denny Hamlin in dominant fashion, who has a very comfortable 1+ second lead over Joey Logano into turn 3 and 4. It is cruise to victory. He won stage 1, won stage 2. It's going to be a full-blown sweep for Denny Hamlin, who will win here in the first race of the round of 16, lock himself into the round of 12, and tie Martin Truex Jr. for the most wins of the season at 5 apiece. Logano and Kyle Busch round out the top 3 with the non-playoff drivers Eric Almirola, Eric Jones, Michael McDowell, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. all up inside the top 10. Chase Elliott gets the final spot in the top 10 there as well. What a race it was here in Darlington, and definitely the longest green flag run we have seen all season long. Jay, it's the playoffs. This is when we expect the chaos to start picking up and elevating, but one of the calmest races, like we said, I think the first race of the year, without a single on-track accident.